I need to RDP to the Windows. I should have memorized his password by now because I've been logging into it all the time.
Just next
B
time, just say
I
remember me. You know?
N wait BINGO BI
Isn't it intelligence? It's like intelligence
right.
for you or something like that.
But they can't get to it because they don't have the key, do they? For anyone that's like listening in, if they wanted to.
You mean us?
No, for like random person that I'm gonna go to that IP.
I get you. Well, I guess in their situation, they would already
but
have.
why everyone is going to have this actually recording?
Right.
Unless you're planning to post it on YouTube, that's different because this should be just us. Yeah.
And if that's the case, whoever would be watching it would already have the key.
Yeah. So it's okay. What I have to do is I just have to make sure my screen goes dead, so that way it's not visible on the stream side, but you guys can still see it.
Yeah.
Was it week 2?
Yeah, week 2.
Yeah, okay. I was trying to type the password, but that's not it.
Juan seems like actually going through a tunnel because I hear a lot of background.
Me?
Juan?
Oh, yeah.
For me?
Yeah.
I think what it is I'm actually right next to my air conditioner.
Yeah.
And it's howling. Or unless you mean like is there an echo or?
No, it's not echo. Yeah.
Is it just is it continuous like?
Yeah. Like running or something.
Yeah, man, because I'm literally right next to my air conditioner.
All right.
Here, let me mic it. Mic.
Oh no! Actually, I was joking.
Making me feel bad. I'm just trying to stay cool, man. It's a hot, humid day.
All right. So
what do you call him? Savage something? I forget.
Savage fans.
And Alfredo, Alfredo's taking his nickname liberties.
Yeah. I'm not too hip with actually the new lingo.
So I'm signed in to our instance.
Okay, cool.
And then we need to go through the steps again. I guess we have to make sure the prerequisites are met. But hopefully it's already works, the prerequisites. I just need to get the installer. Oh, here goes from agents page. Download source agents. Copy clipboard. Run this administrator assets. Oh, so we actually have to be signed into.
Actually, yeah.
We have to be
if
signed
you go to actually the Alien Vault and then you go to actually data source and agent, that's where you have actually your 3 type of deployment: Linux, Windows deployment script, and yeah.
So go data source, agents, and then should I do this on the instance instead of it being here because it'll be easier to download it?
I think it's just a copy paste. I think that's they give you a key. I'm not sure.
Oh, the script you mean? Okay, let me see. Okay.
Yeah.
You're right, it is.
Yeah.
So
actually, if you do browse assets, let's see what happens.
We're doing.
Pull up the server one.
There.
Oh, it's on the next page.
Server just 1 look for us. There, yours. Yep.
Then next, and then we're supposed to copy this.
Yeah.
Let's just take that straight to the instance.
So it's copied, and then we just open it up in the instance. But where do we...
Now, when you say script, does that mean you have to run PowerShell?
Yeah, it looks like a PowerShell.
Yeah, it is. So I have to put in a PowerShell script?
Yeah, if you...
Let me just...
read the instruction, I think it talks about PowerShell.
Okay. Instructions here.
Yeah. So script single asset,
Copy the script.
browser asset, copy to. Yeah.
The Windows deployment script box opens. Remote into your Windows host. Run in a PowerShell window. Okay, so we do have to open up PowerShell.
Yeah, and then run it actually from PowerShell itself. Yeah.
Okay, it's not. So, and PowerShell. Oops. Sorry, guys.
Power sleep.
Power sleep, not PowerShell.
It's a super nap.
Oh gosh. I'm becoming a noob on Windows. I can't navigate. Okay. All right. So PowerShell, and we have to run it as an admin, right?
I think so. Yes. Yeah. When in doubt, always run it as admin. Yeah.
So just paste it.
Yep.
And then just enter.
Yep.
Oh, look at that.
Awesome.
Wow. All right, successfully download sysconfig file. Should we go back?
Yeah, so let's. Let's wait. Actually, it's gonna finish. It's gonna should take you back to the command prompt. Yeah. Once it's done.
Starting sysmon started. Sysmon started. The OS query D is the I guess open source binary that now it started. They deleted installer and then see install logs for details. Does that mean on here?
So now actually
there's an install log. So let me just copy it into the desktop so that we can look through it. And there it goes. So I guess it's the install log of it being installed. So we go back to the instructions. Yeah, go back to instructions. We ran the script. So from asset details page, go to environment assets. Okay. Let me. This is the one? No. So X out of here. Let me just put this side by side, guys. Hold on. There we go. And can I collapse this? Okay, so
the third one from the top.
So we go to environment, assets, and then full details, search.
Yes. So you're gonna click on the server one and then full detail, I think.
Full details. And looks like the agent's deployed.
Know what that is?
Agent is connected but not sending events. That's what it says.
But not sending events.
So the agent's there.
Yeah. So if I look at actually the server 2, agent status says not deployed. So meaning, yeah, we made a progress.
Okay.
Do we need to assign a credential actually?
Let's look at the instructions. Deploy. It says deploy agent. Search filter. So searching assets, full details, deploy agent. In the agent status box, check deploy agent. Agent status box. Agent. Oh, and the agent.
No, it's
this one. Deployment. No, that's not it.
No. You were right there. You were there.
Oh, back here or back up to environment?
No, go back to environment.
And then assets.
And go to asset.
And then click server 1.
Yep.
Server 1. Oh, it got renamed.
Oh wow! Probably because.
Oh, now it's sending events.
Yeah. So actually, if you go to click on the full asset detail,
Mm-hmm.
the instruction you are reading actually right where it says agent status. If you don't have the agent status, actually on the right hand side, it will say agent deploy, and from there you can actually create the same thing. So in our case, it's already there. Actually, agent is connected and sending events. We already have actually 105 events right there on the bottom. Actually, if you look at
click here.
Yeah, they are actually in the where you have asset group and all that. Yeah, any one of them.
Oh, I see.
Should take it same place.
Did we need to rename it back to server 1 just to?
We can.
Okay.
Can we?
Yeah.
So how do I go back to assets?
Yeah, it's in the asset actually, I think.
And then rename. Huh.
I noticed it was somewhere actually.
Was it in the log file?
You may have to. It may be like in additional details or something.
Edit fields. Yeah.
Try it. Listen.
Yeah, actually no, go to our instance and click on it.
Okay.
Click on that.
Okay.
Go to full asset detail, and then up top where it says actually actions. On the and then configure asset, and right there you can actually change that.
Server 1.
Awesome.
Yep, server 1 or
what were we naming? What were wasn't it Cypress 1? We named the other.
Yeah, in the description you can say Cypress 1. Yeah. Description.
Okay.
Yeah, option. Yeah, it's a Cypress 1.
Okay. Then save.
Yeah.
All right.
So we have 327.
Yeah.
What have you been doing, Alfredo?
Huh? What do you mean? Oh,
he's been playing Dr. Mario.
Yeah, I think so. So let's see if Dr. Mario shows up in there.
I mean, I've installed programs for some reason. No, that was today.
July 14.
This is today.
July 14.
This is today.
Yeah, so I think that's the program. I'm not sure if you click on it and see what it shows. Actually, does it give you any detail?
It says Windows program. It just says it's
Amazon Web Services.
Yeah. So let's look through the details. So this was like a few minutes ago. I think this is all
Alien Wall. Yeah, so the data source is Alien Wall agent. Actually, if you look at the event detail.
Right.
Interesting.
Okay. I guess we're forwarding logs after our client is working.
Uh-huh.
What else do you guys want to do now? We'll go through the manual here.
Yeah, go scroll through. Actually, you want to see something other than install application and see what else shows up.
Okay. We can. Is there a filter that we could do? Advanced filters?
I believe so.
Okay, let's search for some of the apps we installed. VCX server, for example. If it shows up, and it does. Look at that.
It does. Yeah.
So I guess Juan and I installed this a couple days ago.
Yep.
That's crazy. So it still picks up on. that even though it wasn't installed yet.
Oh, it was installed. It just
Are we just registering the sensor, or like turning it on, or?
I mean, when there's an event that happens on Windows, it gets logged, and now that we have the Alient Vault agent on the endpoint, it's sending the information to the sensor.
Right. So this information that we're seeing, we could have seen it in our own command line or something, right?
Correct. We would have to go through the Windows logs somewhere. Where
Gotcha. Okay.
Now, if you refresh it right now, it's actually more, and then now you're gonna see up top actually some of the Microsoft Defender, some event IDs, shows up.
Refresh where?
Yeah. Close this actually. Yeah. Actually. Yeah.
So take out this filter.
Yeah. Take out the filter. Now we have actually more than 400 actually events.
Oh. Okay.
I'm looking at my site.
I see. Let me go back to assets here and then click back on server 1. 500 events.
The one thing
it doesn't mess around. It'll pick up on everything.
Yeah.
The one thing that I know that actually my IT team usually tells us, actually they usually create, what they want to monitor, because sometimes the device will send just so much information. Some maybe they want to monitor, some they don't. They don't really care, so they just get to they have templates, created. Okay, we're gonna just monitor these things.
Is there
Not
a way?
everything.
Is there a way to create a filter monitor or agent query, something like one of these?
No, actually, let's poke around and see what's gonna happen, and we're gonna break it, and Vijay is gonna fix it.
Vijay, we love Vijay. He's a Linux guy.
He's the Linux guy. Yeah, I love him.
Okay, so we're just gonna see if we can add a filter again. Wait, no. Go to the server, but we want to create a specific search in our events. My God, it's up to 800.
Wow.
I thought the agent query would help. Let me see if this works. So agent query. Oh, look at that. It's specific. It's not customized. So
hunt for traffic to remote IP. And the last one, you look at it. That's interesting.
Oh, here we go. There you go.
Vijay actually, when he talks, this guy knows his, stuff.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
So it's the query is just is in progress. So I thought there was a way to create specific queries so that we don't have to go through all these 800 events.
Yeah, I'm not sure why you're not seeing. Actually, you should see actually option on the side. I am looking at actually my screen, and I see actually on the server 1, I see I can create my queries, and I can generate a report and all that options there.
You get that through environment assets?
Actually, let me go asset. Let me go through again. Yeah, yes, I do.
Okay, let me go back to assets again. And then there's a down arrow here. Assign credentials, configure asset. So that's create asset, configure filters. Is this one?
So actually, you go to the second option on left, activity. If you click on
right here, and then events.
Yeah. Events and alarms, those things, and then you can actually create a query for your asset, actually. Or one asset. So you have everything here.
Okay, so the alarm would be something we're looking for that we want to keep an eye on. So there's 3 assets, but nothing is coming up. We have to add. We need to be able to add the asset. Okay. So I want the Windows assets, but there's configure filters. Here we go. Looks a little bit more.
And this is just to go through the logs, right? We're just trying to find something.
Right. We're trying to filter through the logs. Let's go through events first instead, because I guess that's where all our logs are coming from. So I guess these are all the logs, and then we just want to create either filter. We can save the view. Okay. So I guess we'll look for putty, for example.
So the one thing actually I notice under events,
Mm-hmm.
you actually, if you scroll down, yeah,
Right here.
and then you have, yeah, and there is tells you actually source asset. Then
Ah.
you have only server one right there. So, and then actually in mine, I have not refreshed it. It showed the source asset, the IP address,
Mm-hmm. So
our IP address, and server one both.
so if I collect the source asset.
Yeah, and then if you uncheck actually clear putty,
Okay.
yeah, and then you should have actually source asset, multiple source asset there. Scroll down. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
one.
so you should have two actually. If you make it a little bit bigger, actually, I think.
Oh, okay. I think my.
No. Actually, that the I think that window can actually where it says
This one?
source asset. Yeah,
We could pop it out.
I think so. Actually, mine showed two, but I have not refreshed my windows yet. The server one, yeah, I do see actually 1023 in there.
Yep. So do I.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
this is destination asset. Is that?
That's most likely your host. You actually
Oh, okay.
connected.
Okay.
Yeah, you connected from that IP address to that.
So these are some of the events. Listening
Yep.
port. So let's filter down to listening port. And so we're basically going through the events, but using the search filter to kind of narrow down what we want to look for.
Yeah.
And
then yeah, up there actually left, I mean right top, you can save the view. You know?
yeah, save view as. This is server one listening port.
Yeah, then I think actually for future you can just go drop down from there and select which filter.
Okay. So the filter would show up on the left side. Where's the filter name? Oh. Oh, I see. Here it goes.
Right there, view, yeah.
Oh, there's already some
Right there.
pre-configured views.
Yep.
Cool. Which one do you guys want to look at?
Juan wants to know anything about Linux, so he wants to see Linux event.
Okay.
Honestly, that was actually the one I wanted to see.
Yeah, that's what
should we go through installing the Linux agent as well? Or?
I thought about that, man, but like I mean the instructions don't say that. I don't know.
yeah, I say just stick with it.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it doesn't feel right. So I say.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, I mean, some things feel right, but that doesn't. But I feel like the process would be the same though from last week, no? Those commands using PSCP.
Correct.
Yeah.
We just have to run the script that the instructions give us when we deploy.
Instead of the file.
Right. I think so. So
that's cool.
Let me.
So you can do anything with that command. Man.
You should be able to run it from terminal. That command actually. So if you go to the environment, your assets,
and then Ubuntu 2. Ubuntu 1.
Yep.
And then, well, right now
full asset detail.
Right now it's not configured. It's not configured to send the
yeah.
Oh, we can just say deploy agent here.
Deploy agent, and then you create it.
Okay, so Linux.
For Linux. And just do actually.
Oh my goodness, that's awesome.
So we just copy, and then you run it through actually terminal.
So
you can SSH it if you want to, or you can just RDP in.
Just do it, dude.
Okay.
If you.
Yeah, got excited about it.
Yeah, I mean, just do it. I mean, you already came this far. You already got the script copy. Yeah. Just do it.
All right, so I'm gonna pause. Paste, but sudo though, right? We have to do sudo.
I'm not sure. I think it should be sudo. Yeah.
Okay, here it goes. It's running.
Awesome.
All right, so we have
That's cool.
the Linux agent going to be installed soon, even though it wasn't in the instructions, but we did it anyway because we want to learn this
Oh
stuff.
yeah, no worries. If they
No,
get mad at us, it was worth it.
we did it for Juan only, you know.
Yeah, blame it on me. Blame it on my curiosity.
He made us do it. He's the leader. Blame him.
Yeah, I took Alfredo's wrist and pressed down on enter.
Okay, so it's going
Awesome.
to install step.
Awesome.
It's a lot easier than copying a binary up there, huh? Look, it's there. So it's
Yes, sir.
it's running the daemon, and just to check, we just run this command, grep osque read. I think that's the command.
How do I do that?
So that's the
Yeah, there you go.
that's the daemon is running in the background. So we go back to the environment, look at assets, and watch this baby populate. Oh, we have to go to full details, right?
Yes. It's last time it took a little bit of time actually to show up.
It said deploy agent. We may have to refresh, you think, to get it to.
I think and last time it took a little bit for us to actually see it.
Right.
Yeah, there you go.
There it is.
Wait. Oh.
Not sending.
Oh.
Yeah, and then you can change the click on the action, change the name back to Ubuntu.
Oh, actions, edit, no, configure asset.
Configure asset, yeah.
Ubuntu 1 and then Cypress 1.
Yeah. So Cypress 1 Ubuntu server or something like that. Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
See, actually, before you save it, actually, I noticed there is a sensor, option. So if you had a multiple sensor, you can actually probably drop down from there and select the multiple sensor.
So basically, we can configure our own sensor, so it doesn't have to be the Cypress sensor.
And if it's in a financial institute or a hospital, you do have option to do PSI. That's for actually financial institute compliance, like anyone processing credit card and things like that.
Oh.
There is, of course, actually the healthcare.
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, and we are none of those. So
we're education.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a lot of responsibility.
Everything open.
All right, I'm gonna save. And I'm not seeing any logs coming in yet or events.
Yeah, give it a second.
Oh, there it goes.
So there you go.
That's the
install. Package. So that's the installer we did.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So it's right now just taking its time to collect the logs. Yeah, that's the Alien Vault agent. Oh, look at that. That's the event. Let's go back. I can't go back. Wait. I can't even exit it.
Yeah, I think you opened it in new tab actually.
Oh, right. So, yeah. Right. Okay. Just refresh again. We're just waiting for it to update. Is that see what events are getting picked up? Oh,
3,000.
3,000. Oh my goodness!
It's collecting everything you two have done to the Ubuntu server.
Seriously, talk about like opening a door and just getting like rushed with like snow or just the torrential rain. Jeez. Well, you asked for it, Alfredo.
Okay, yeah. and I welcome it.
You're like, oh, there's no events, huh? All right.
3K.
Then it's like, I'll give you an event.
Okay, so I guess these are all the asset. Wait, there's no.
Yeah, so asset. So you can pick the asset.
Okay.
No, that's the source user. That's the source actually, right there,
Okay, so
Ubuntu one.
we only want the Ubuntu one, which is almost, it's over 3K. I don't know if you'd be proud or
I bet you anything, man. A lot of that,
We can ask
you'll
the
find a lot of that
question.
desktops, man.
We can ask the question tomorrow. Actually, is because we can really actually say what we want to monitor, and only collect the log on those, so we don't get 3,000-4,000 logs. So
right, right.
some of them just the random stuff. He's gonna collect everything and get you everything.
So I guess that's a filtering option. Don't you think?
Yeah.
Just configuring the filter.
Yeah. Actually, Alfredo, you were right there. Yeah.
Okay. So we can filter by alarms. Is there a way to filter by apps? And then just say event name? No. It just says apps. Oh, I see. You still have to select apps and then push this in there so that it adds. And then apply. So I want to filter only by apps. And it's still 3,000. Was I supposed to specify a particular app? Because you know what? I just realized this. That's the filter on the left side here. See? So then you can look by what app I think is here. So, there's no app value. How do you add an app value? I get it. So the configuration filters tells you this is the category, but if you want to define the app, how do you say what app you want to filter it by?
Yeah, because you've only selected the filter app.
The filter, right? But I didn't select the value. So how do you add a value to the filter?
There's something with that menu that comes up.
Oh,
where originally when you selected that.
So you go configure filter. There's the app. Oh, I see.
There's the app.
Look, I just realized this. So if you say app, right, and then you give it the filter thing. Let's say, what do we use a lot?
How about I'm trying to remember the desktop.
Oh.
Would the desktop be right to put?
Right.
Like just a Ubuntu desktop?
No, that's the particular app we ran. That's what I thought would be, but it doesn't. And that's the app, but it doesn't do it. Okay, so I want the app to be the filter name, but how do I add a content? How do I add the?
Maybe it's like perhaps it's like the profile in Palo Alto. Remember, we had to create the URL filter, and it was a profile with the URLs that we specified.
So, because it says app, but it's the same thing with username. Can we add it in here? Sort by count. Yeah. Trying to figure out how to add the Because I mean, I could just say this is what I want to look for here, but it's not the name of the app that ran. I mean, it got it down to 31, when I put in when I put in a specific app I ran.
Well, you typed in XF
X
CEM,
X
right?
X X FCE4.
Oh, okay, but these are saying that they were created today. So yeah, those aren't.
Oh, okay. Yeah, look.
Yeah, right there, XFTC panel. Yeah. So these
So
are created, collected today.
right. So it says no value here, but I think we'll probably dig in a little bit more on how to do it. So I'm gonna save this because this is pretty
And
cool.
the
Go ahead.
one thing actually I want to go over is actually if you go to dashboard executive, now you see actually some additional information there actually.
Go to the
And
dashboard here.
yeah, dashboard executive, and you
Okay.
see actually one view, 3 asset,
Exec
5
this
users.
one. This one.
Yeah. Now, if you actually click on asset 3, so click on that. Number 3, no, number 3, actually, under asset, where your mouse is, actually.
Okay.
The pointer is. Yeah, so if you go up, it says 0, 2, 0, and then 3.
Oh, this one.
Yeah, number 3. So you see, actually, it shows you're the one who actually did all that.
Oh yeah, because you're the one signed in. Yeah.
Oh,
And then,
nice.
That's
yeah,
cool, man.
if you go
Updated
back,
query. There you go, man.
yeah, if you go to actually go back, and then it has a 2, number 2, and then you click on the number 2, it gives you the other stuff, who viewed it,
This one.
what you viewed. Yeah, so you are viewing XFC4 and listening port. Those are the things that you're viewing.
Oh, that's cool, man.
I have to. I think. Can I rename this? Because it doesn't really say. It says the app, but it doesn't say Ubuntu on it. Is there a way to rename this or no? Configure filters. No.
Yeah, because you're already giving it a name. You're already giving it a filter.
Right. That's okay. I'll poke around later. What else do we want to look at, guys?
Let me see. Yeah, because we already registered. No, registered. It's already sent the logs. How about well, what about like any questions to ask for tomorrow? I mean, I already got down like what do we want to monitor? Like configuring the filters. I guess a how to or what do you think? I mean, the meeting's tomorrow at 12. Tomorrow morning, I'll be on here trying to figure out everything that Alfredo's doing here.
My question would be one question would be for me is how do we use all our tools other than the SIEM? Using the Komodo and the firewall to actually investigate a particular event.
Oh, so you mean like using all the tools at once to investigate one event?
Yeah.
Okay. So how would we use our tools to How do we use our tools to correlate like an investigation?
Yeah. I mean, one of the things I was trying to do. Remember the program I was saying about X server stuff? I was trying to find out is a particular port being blocked, and I wasn't sure where to find those logs of this port is blocked.
For the X
server.
Okay,
Yeah, X server.
The X server.
Yeah. It's a Ubuntu process or program.
So is the X server port being blocked?
Yeah. And that's why I couldn't get a GUI version on Ubuntu
right
working before, because I thought, oh, X server is being blocked. So I don't know if it's being blocked at the firewall level, it's being blocked at the AWS level. I have no way. I have to dig. So, and
So
of
let me
course,
see. Firewall level or AWS?
right.
Okay. No, that's legit. Yeah. So from but weren't we able to run it before Alfredo when we were trying to figure it out? Do you think, or is it something they updated?
It could be an update on the firewall, or I was doing something last night with port forwarding. It worked once, and then when I tried to do it again, it stopped. So I'm not sure where the block is being occurred. Is it being monitored at the Komodo end, or is it being blocked at the AWS end? Or I think the SIEM thing is just a way to view logs, but is there a way? Does this does the Alien Vault also react to certain events? So
You mean like containment or
containment.
some kind of yeah?
Right. So we have these two tools, Komodo Dragon and Alien Vault. How do they work together? That would be a good question to ask.
Right. Well, just thinking about it, I think we have to do is you kind of like you take a step back and try to perceive it as it is, because the tools only do what they're supposed to do.
Okay.
And this one, and this is just my opinion. I feel like Alien Vault, like how you said, it deals with the logs and the activity that's going on. And I'm assuming that you would configure filters to look for anything suspicious besides like the baseline. You know, like because assuming again, I'm sorry, but like assuming there's a point where you already know what your system is doing. You know, like daily activity. So I think at that point you're really looking for anomalies. You know, like anything different. And I think the other tools help you in that sense. Just like this one, it shows you the activity, whereas the firewall you can actually block things that you already know are malicious, or possibly anything that's like in their updated database or something.
Gotcha.
So
You know what I mean?
question,
Like
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. Yeah.
based
Just
on that, actually,
perspective.
my question would be, because the SIEM application usually is a log reader and actually visualization, and also make sense of those logs, so you don't have to dig through actually log and read what's happening. So the Komodo is also capturing the log. Is it possible for actually Alien Vault to read or connect into Komodo firewall or Komodo application and bring the logs in to Alien Vault?
Hmm.
And so we
So
have
can
a
like
one
so
dashboard. We have
so
one
can like
dash.
so basically can Alien Vault what's the word I'm looking for
Hey
here?
guys,
Can Alien Vault
check this out. Look at
read the
this.
Komodo logs?
I just did a search for Komodo in Alien Vault, and it does have an appliance. There you go. For Alien Vault.
Yeah,
There you go.
most,
I think
most theme application usually actually will connect to anything, any log,
Mhm.
literally can read any log. So in this case, seems like there is actually appliance there. So there you go.
should I still ask that question even though we answered it
Yeah,
ourselves?
yeah.
We should ask the question and get more data on it,
Yeah, because I'll just ask them. Can Alien Vault integrate with Komodo
Yeah, to read the logs from
to read
Komodo.
the logs? Yeah.
And there's a plugin here for it. I don't know if these are instructions to install it, but yeah.
So I just want to just reiterate.
So right there,
It feels like the.
Good.
Oh no, I was just gonna say yeah, those were the. It's like the same. It's like the instructions just to do what we're asking. But the questions, it seems like our first and third question are the same, in the sense of like, can our tools integrate with each other so that we can take like the logs from one and put it into the other, so we can use it to our advantage. And also is the X server port being blocked, either by the firewall or on the AWS level.
Right, and remember, X server is a Linux program.
Right.
So, Alfredo, actually, if you go back to the portal, and click on the actually data source, click on the agents. I'm sorry, Alien apps, and now you have options as available app, and you see all those actually apps available to be added. So you can look up the Komodo in there and see if you find it.
It's gonna cost them money to install it. I don't know.
I don't know. It's up to Professor Russ to cut them check or not.
We'll just see if it's there.
Yeah, I don't think it's there. No.
No, it's. I mean, it shows up as a plugin here, and it'll probably tell us how to configure the compliance stuff, and it actually tells you what specific port that he uses, and we have to go here to enable it and more stuff. So yeah.
I know. Actually, I played with actually a program called Event Century. It's also a SIEM application.
Oh, okay.
And basically, you whatever you want to monitor, you configure the ports and the IP address of the actually Event Century server, and then Event Century will start reading the log from it, as long as it has a read access to it. So it will just read the log.
Okay.
And then you filter by there. From there, actually, and you have the templates. What you want to see, what you don't want to see, what do you care, what you don't care about. Okay.
So even if it's not configured as read access, it'll still capture the logs.
Yeah.
But will it be like blank? I mean, would you be able to access it?
No, you can read actually just like you can generate a log, as we saw actually. Alfredo opened the log from Windows server after installation. That log can be read within actually any SIEM application. That's my understanding.
Oh, okay.
So instead of you opening actually the notepad and going through this step by step, you can bring that into actually the SIEM application. You can visualize it, and you can actually do, like queries on it, like Alfredo is right now doing.
So because you can do that, is that why you want to ask that question? If we can do that with the same logs for the Alien Vault and the other software, right?
Yes. And so I see actually in the application side, they have the Barracuda stuff in there too. I know Sam was talking about a Barracuda, and he did talk about the Fortinet, and all the Cisco stuffs are there.
Sweet. We'll bring that up. So if anything, it's logs. Like logs is what the main focus is.
And what Alienware actually USM is actually there is an open source SIEM application called OSSIM, and it's open source. Actually, you can download it. It's basically a Debian 9. And you can create a VM and install it, and you can play with it. You can have pretty much the same thing.
You can just look at all the activity.
Yeah.
All right. So just correlation between the software with the logs. Okay. And server port being logged. All right, gentlemen, let's say we have like 6 more minutes. What do you think we should go over?
Tam, do you have any question for us?
No, I'm good.
I
Next,
don't have any other questions so far. Can I copy this?
Oh, look at that sudo entry. You did the sudo. No, come on there.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
See, that's bad. That's where you can really. So, Alien Vault really is for digging. You can look up any little thing, maybe even like a mistake. You misspelled a word, and it'll tell you.
One, it's time for you to buy a couple of Raspberry Pi, and I sent you actually put a chat, a link.
Oh, you
chat.
did? Oh, badass.
And then you just download that and run it on your actually Linux It's on a Raspberry Pi. I have like 5 or 6 actually SD card. These are 32 gig SD card, different OSs on it. I just put it in Sharpie, what OS it is, and I swap them. But then since I got the actually ESXi, I constantly run 3 of them in there. I have CentOS, Ubuntu, and Red Hat.
Awesome.
And they run fine actually, as long as I don't use the UI.
Right. But with the Pis though, so you said it was a hardware. Does that mean I need to install it into like a tower or a?
No. Yeah, let me actually turn on my camera. I'll plug my Pi right here.
I'm gonna stop recording now.
Yeah, because I only have a laptop, so I'm not even sure what the next step is.
You see my camera?
Should we stop recording now, guys?
That's my Pi.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's tiny.
I put a case in it. You don't really have to put a case in it. I